And salutations. Yeah, the last thing YouTube needs is another tutorial on how to make a potato chip block. It seems like everybody's making a tutorial on how to make it. It's not a hard block, it's an easy block. So I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is tell you I'm making one so that I can send it to Barry Quilts. Barry has his own channel here on YouTube, and he threw out a challenge, I think just a few days ago, to collect 12.5-inch blocks that he was going to put together and then have auctioned off to benefit the Alzheimer's organization. And I was like, well, all I'm doing is making donation blocks anyway, or quilts. I'll throw my hat in the ring. So here I am making a potato chip block. Well, Barry explained how to make a potato chip block really well, and this is how it all gets laid out. Super simple. He's asked that the pieces be 2.5 by 4.5 inches and the final block be 12.5 inches square. He also limited colors to red, white, and blue. I didn't really think I had a lot of red, white, and blue, but I've done patriotic quilts and some other stuff. So I just pulled out some random scraps, and here's what my quilt's going to look like. I'm sorry. Here's what my block is going to look like. Do I see myself making this block very often? I do not. But for the sake of Alzheimer's and for the community project that Barry's putting together, I'm more than willing to help. If you haven't found Barry's channel, it's called Barry Quilts. Interesting. And I like people that start quilting for different reasons. He started just because he retired and needed a hobby. Well, I already had the hobby and I'm retired, so I guess we have a little bit in common. He's done some really fun tutorials. Um, just a good Joe, it seems like. I'm really glad to see all sorts of people getting into quilting. Quilting is such a wonderful hobby. Um, I mean, it's not a cheap hobby necessarily, but with that being said, there are ways to make quilts that aren't terribly expensive. I recently started following people that are doing upcycling and reclaiming fabric, and I'm fascinated by that process. Are any of you doing upcycled fabric, going to thrift stores, going to garage sales? It's nothing that I've ever done before, so it feels a little weird to me. There's that part of me that wonders, am I taking something from someone that needs it more than me? But when I went to the thrift store the other day and saw all the sheets and all the shower curtains and all the tablecloths and whatever that was there, it was like, pretty sure I'm not taking things that people won't be able to get because there's just so much of them. I actually found a new piece of flannel that was 4 yards long, and I think I paid $8 for it. Now, that's not expensive quilting, and I can definitely use that fan. Definitely use that flannel, probably for a quilt back somewhere, or maybe pajama pants. That would be fun. I never made my own pajama pants, but now that I've done it with my granddaughters, it's super easy. And when I'm there, buy a, sorry, but my nose is just itching terribly. And if I can buy a piece of fabric, $8, which will make at least 2 pair of pajama pants, I'm in. Okay, what am I doing here? Yes. Anyway, let me know how you find fabric. Um, if you have other things that you make other than quilts, I mean, there's lots of things you can make out there. I actually found um, a tutorial on a kitchen boa. Now, I didn't know kitchen boas existed, but now that I know, I have to have one. It's actually kind of this scarf thing that loops around your neck, and at the bottom has a hand towel on each side so that you never lose the hand towel. And the kitchen boa kind of acts like an apron or something to keep the splatters off of you. Isn't that brilliant? I can definitely make some of those. Just a few more seams to sew. I'll show you my block when I'm done. Well, I can see the popularity of this block because I have been working on this block, not counting the cutting time and all of that, literally less than 10 minutes. And I'm down to my last 2 seams. I know that all of you watch YouTube videos. Tell me what you want to see. Um, I'm new at this, so I'm open to suggestions. I tell you what I've learned about YouTube videos, though. I can't make a quilt a week. I can't even make a quilt a month. I mean, that's just a tall order. But I've done enough quilting. I do have some skills. I do have some ideas. I mean, I have a bazillion quilts around the house. Maybe I should just do a trunk show of things around my house. That's not a bad idea. What do you think? Applique is not my forte. Piecing probably is my forte. I've always been really frugal, so I just quilt my own. I've gotten better over the years. I'd never win an award though. But as I've said many times, I don't quilt so that I can win awards. I quilt because I enjoy it. And when I give my quilts away, I enjoy seeing people receive them. What's to not to love? Here it is. I'm going to give it a final press and send it off to Barry. Join me. It's a worthy cause. It's one block, and I bet you've got some scraps that are red, white, and blue that could make a potato chip block. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.